Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so, okay? Remember that tarot is a tool, it is not the final rule, and it is a good idea to keep an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up, okay? All are welcome on this channel and all contributions are highly appreciated. The message that I have for you, collective, is for you to be mindful that we live in a world where there are a lot of pre-orchestrated ideas and agendas. There are a lot of pre-orchestrated things that are designed. There are a lot of things that are out of your control. And Spirit wants you to be aware that as you move forward in life, doesn't matter who you are or what your dreams are, your goals, your aspirations, your area of interest, doesn't matter where you're from, that there will always be someone, because it's part of duality, who will not be making choices based on merit, making choices based on fairness. The energy of duality exists in all things. And so Spirit is saying for you to be mindful, no matter what your career is, where you're from, what your tax bracket is, none of those things have nothing to do with your ability to conquer and become successful. This reading is for someone who is working hard or diligently, they're saying, profusely, whatever that word means. You're being productively consistent. You're dotting the I's, you're crossing the T's. They're telling me that's what they're trying to say. But for you not to give up on yourself, for you to make sure that you're staying motivated and inspired to keep going. There may be something, collective, that you are experiencing that you feel is not fair. Whether you think it's something energetically, dealing with the astrology, the planetary movements, whether you think it's something spiritually, whether you think it's something just not being fair, maybe there's some kind of corruption going on within your place of employment. I've been getting a lot of reads about corruption in the workplace, people being attacked in the workplace. But also I've been getting some reads of prosperous news coming behind this energy of suffering. So there's something that you're working on. This could be in the job or career that you have now. This could be a side hustle or hobby. This could be a skill or a gift that you have, something that you work on, maybe on the side of your regular 9-to-5 job. This could be something, in the spotlight or out of the spotlight. This could also be something that you have been building and working on, but you're keeping private. Maybe this is something that needs some kind of certification, licensing. Maybe you've been receiving some kind of pushback whenever you find yourself applying for things. Spirit is saying, be mindful that in the world that we live in, because duality is in all things, the negative and the positive, for you to stay patient and not be so down on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Whomever you are, I'm picking up, you've been kind of in a miniature, a small sector of depression because you feel like you're receiving a lot of resistance. But this resistance, Spirit is saying, they're having me repeat the word merit. The person who is responsible for maybe scheduling your inspection or filing the paperwork so that you can receive your license or approving something may be someone who has been appointed to a position that they truly, honestly don't want to be in or they don't qualify for. as well as if you are in any kind of industry or skill or trade that is competitive. If there is any kind of observation that is being judged, where there is reward behind who has the best or who's the most popular. Spirit is saying you have to keep in mind that people in general, not all people, but there's a large portion in the world worldwide who do not judge off of merit. There are people who will judge off of aesthetics. They will judge off of whether this person reminds them of someone. They will also judge off of if they have some kind of relationship. It could be a friend of theirs, somebody they know, depending on where you are with this energy. Okay, bits and pieces may resonate for you, but spirit wants you to not be so down on yourself when you receive resistance. It is part of the path. It is part of the mission, because the people who are given these positions of authority, given these positions to work in HR, in management, given these positions to maybe have the ability to validate particular certain documentations that may be necessary in order to establish yourself or your business or whatever you're trying to acquire. It's not always, people are not always fairly placed in those positions. There are people, sad to say, but it's true. We have heard stories of corruption and mismanagement and people being mistreated and people being roadblocked and sabotaged in different workplaces forever. So Spirit is just saying to keep that in mind and don't be so down on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself whenever you receive resistance. The goal is for you to be confident and not throw in the towel. And also keep in mind that you will be sent different tests to see how strong you are. And are you able to withstand? And are you serious about what you have been trying to manifest, you're trying to create, build, or you've been hoping and praying for? So keep all these things in mind. But the word merit is being highlighted and underlined twice. So if you don't know what it means, look it up, Google it, whatever you have to do. Everybody don't know what everything means, okay? But either way, Spirit is saying to keep that in mind. It's not always you, they're saying. It's not always you. Don't assume that you are the problem. Don't assume that you don't qualify. There are many times the person who is put in position to give approval, to hire people, to put people in positions, as well as to terminate people, to give opportunity to people. Those people were put in those positions based on who they know, not from merit, not from earning their rite of passage, not from putting in the work and maybe building themselves up to be approved or qualified to work in that position. And this pertains to all things, okay? Whether you are in Hollywood, whether you are hood renowned, world renowned, media renowned, church renowned, friend group renowned, this applies to all areas, okay? On, in your career, any hustle, any just about anything that you could think of where people are judging and picking and choosing, such as social media. That's a good example. Thank you, Spirit. Such as social media. People will gravitate to who they know, or people will, for different reasons, and people have free will to do so. But people will gravitate for many different reasons. There's a plethora of reasons, so when you're in something, whatever it is that you want to do, make sure that your intentions are pure. If you want to, I'll use social media again for an example. Get on social media on any platform. Make sure that you're indulging in it because it's something that you want to do within your heart. It's something that you're passionate about. Make sure you're not involving yourself. If you want to be a car salesman, make sure you're not being a car salesman because you have a relative that's a car salesman and this person has become a millionaire, and make sure that your intentions are pure and it's not to prove a point, compete, imitate, or duplicate someone else's lifestyle. Make sure it's something that you could do while you're sleeping. Make sure it's something that it doesn't feel like work because you're so comfortable doing whatever it is. Okay. And this could be a variety of things. I'm just using social media as a good example. But there are many reasons. Okay. I can't get into all of them, but they want me to tap on this because there are some people who are giving up, the world will always be whirling, life will always be lifing, and there are some people who are feeling like giving up on themselves, giving up on their hopes and their dreams. They're going by what they see in the media, what they see in the news, the price of this and price of that. And Spirit is clearly saying this is not the time to give up. This is a time to put your foot on the gas and mash. You can put a potato up under the pedal if you want to. It'll be soup. That kind of energy. Okay. So Spirit does not want you to give up. Okay. Worthiness. You are worth it. You are worth it. It takes confidence. It takes the consistency to know that you are worth it. Worthiness, to know that, if you were invited into a room or invited to an event, a banquet, dinner, anything, you were invited because you belong there. There's a reason. And you don't need the people around you to understand why you are present. You know that it is divinely written for you to be in that room at that time, on that day, in that hour. So there's a great need for you to remain confident and not allow the resistance to make you want to throw in the towel. Okay. And so we have number 14, the 1 and the 4 equaling a 5. 5 represents conflict, change, and instability. So don't allow, the 14's in the corner here, don't allow the changes that are taking place around you as well as inside of you to trick you out of your spot of where you deserve to be. You have to truly be confident. And I'm not speaking about arrogance. I'm not speaking about, who's the prettiest and the finest. You are beautiful. You are fine. Okay. I know you look good. We know this. Okay. Yes, your lip gloss is popping. And yes, you look good with a haircut or if you bald. We love you. But what Spirit is saying, you have to truly love all of you and not allow any situation or anything to make you waver on good days, on bad days. On Monday we eating steak. Okay, by the time Friday come, we might be eating toast. But guess what? On the toast day, it's still good. You have to still wake up with that same energy. You have to have that same oomph inside of you, that go get 'em juice. You have to really want it for yourself. Nobody is going to want it more than you. The people outside of you can only motivate you, inspire you, those who love you, if you are lucky, because there are people who are successful and they motivate themselves. There are a large portion of people who inspire and motivate themselves. But there are also people who have a few family and friends wholeheartedly who are supporting them. They can encourage you, but no one wants you to be more successful, happy, and peaceful than you. And you can't expect anyone outside of you to want it more than you. It takes consistency of loving yourself and consistency of keeping your confidence no matter what it looks like around you. Good days, bad days, on your payday, bank account about to be drained day, you have to still keep smiling and keep moving. I mean, every word that I'm saying, you have to keep smiling and keep moving. That is the secret sauce to being successful. That is the secret. That's one of the secret sauces because there's many things to learn and know, in order to be successful, but to be consistent. Take a break, take a day off if you need that. You don't always have to be turned on and up. It's okay for you to chill, but let no one steal your joy or that light that beams in you, that light when you say, oh, I'm feeling good today, or today is a good day. Let no one steal your joy, or something's not going your way. Something didn't arrive on time. Let nothing steal your joy. You have to trust and know that it's going to be all right. It's really okay. It's really going to be okay. And I know you may say, but I don't see how. I got a deadline. I got to do this. I got to do that. They said this. It's really okay. It's really going to be okay. There are a lot of tests that we are put through as humans. We are spiritual beings, but we are also humans. And there are a lot of tests that we are put through. There are a lot of tests that we are put through. There are a lot of folks who are seeking joy, prosperity, abundance. And it is possible. It is obtainable. It is reachable. But you really got to be in it to win it. And I'm not just pulling cards and talking. I mean every word I say. Every word I'm saying, I mean it. This is a message. This is what's being channeled. And I wasn't going to do this, but they just kept saying, merit, tell them it's merit, tell them, because there's some people who need to hear this. And you're about to give up, and I got to remind you, as I always do, you're this close. Now, you already know, I'm pretty sure you done seen it and experienced it. Every time you give up or every time you say I'm through, bam, they call your name. You've been somewhere taking care of business. You've been waiting in a long line. Anywhere. You at the Secretary of State, you anywhere. And they taking all day. Just when you say I'm about to get up, they call your name. And you say, I was just about to walk out the door. You see? You at the nail shop, they taking too long. I was just about to go down the street. I was sitting here an hour. I'm just using that as example. But nobody's going to want you to be more confident than you, more happier than you, more successful than you. You really have to make sure that you're practicing self-preservation on a daily. And if you have children, instilling it in them as well. Giving them some affirmations. Give your children some upliftment. There is so much negative projection and energy that we deal with worldwide that is out of our control. There are a lot of pre-orchestrated ideas, agendas, situations that are out of our control. So in order to balance that and create your own duality, you got to throw some good stuff in there. You got to throw some love and some light. It ain't about pretending or being fake. No, life is enough by itself. Why not throw some love in there, some peace, some affirmation, some motivation, some positive music? Why not throw a smile or some laughter in there? You ain't got to do that with everybody outside of your home, but you can at least do it inside your home with your spouse, with your children, or if you have no one, with yourself. You can look in the mirror and do your affirmations. You can smile and dance by yourself. Life is enough, and we already know this. The people I'm speaking to are the peaceful people, not the pretenders. They understand what I'm saying. They're catching it like a glove. They're catching it. They already know what I'm saying. No matter who you are, where you're from, nobody's pain has been more painful than the next. We can't minimize what the next person has been through because we all impact things differently. Because no two humans are alike. We are uniquely, individually, divinely created. Every inch, every hair, every follicle, every millimeter, every fissure in the brain. I don't know, maybe your occipital lobe is shaped a little different. Maybe the measurements, let me get off of human anatomy. Let me get off of that. Continue to speak up. Continue to use your heckle. Continue to use your voice. Continue to be that voice. Be you. Be unique. Be different. Love being the evidence of what not has been seen. Did I say that right? Love. Collective, you need to love being the proof and evidence of what not has been seen. Yeah, I think I said that right. If I haven't, you get it. Yeah, you get it. You have to love it. You don't have to be like nobody else. You can be yourself. There are laws to be respected. There are laws to be honored. But one thing I think folks forget, no matter what your belief system is, because all are welcome on this channel. I'm not here to sway you. I'm established in myself, and I ain't trying to persuade nobody else. That's too much of my energy, and my currency is valuable. So this channel is not about me trying to persuade you or debate who was here first or who was right or wrong. I choose just to do me, okay, and utilize my currency that way because each day is so precious. But there is laws to be honored and respect in the 3D, and there are spiritual laws to honor and respect. But when people see someone who is uniquely and individually divinely created, for real, they don't like it. Keep being the example of what has not been seen. You do not have to do anything like anyone else. You may never see me shuffle like anyone else. You may never see me use certain language like anyone else. You may never see me do certain things. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good like anyone else. But that's really okay. One thing I would never do, I don't know about anybody else, is be foolish enough to think the divine is not bringing anything new into the world that I live in or exist in. So I have enough will in me to learn how to respect how others choose to live, be, and indulge. For real, for real. Because if I'm going against you, I'm going against God. If I'm judging you, I just may be judging God. I just may be boxing with a higher authority. Do you really think the creator stopped creating on a certain date and time? Babies are rapidly being born and brought into the world. Do you really think the creator stopped creating at a particular date and time? I would never be foolish to assume that. I'm speaking about me. I'm very careful with that because I received that message many years ago. And that's an old download I'm sharing with you. It's like, the analogy is like this. It's like a chef cooking in the kitchen. Do you really think a chef is going to stop creating recipes? It's okay to follow what you think is trendy or what you saw cousin and them doing, what you saw grandma and them doing. It's okay to follow that if you feel that way. Knock yourself out. But do you really think the creator would stop creating on a specific day and time and say, okay, I'll create nothing else? Mm, mm. It's time to simply surrender. You are enough. You are fully qualified. It says surrender. I hope you can see that up under there. Okay. This is, I said, I hope you can see that. It says surrender. It's okay to follow, as I said, what you've seen other people do. Because, for some reason you feel that is what needs to be done. That's okay. To each his own, do you. But at the same token, we have to come out of assuming that something is the wrong way or we're not enough or we did it wrong. No, whatever it is that you are building or creating, or you're at work, I'm picking up, I'm also seeing someone at work feeling like they're not. It's something that you want on your job. I don't know if it's a position, you want a pay raise, you love where you work, you love the pay, and something about you love the work schedule because it works for you and your family. Okay, now I'm talking somebody that has children, or it just works for you, the scheduling, the location, the distance you have to drive, everything just flows for you. But you feel like you're not being respected. Maybe you've witnessed people having their way at the job, receiving promotions, or maybe if they want to transfer or switch shifts, you're watching everybody get an okay, but when it comes to you, you feel like you get resistance. That is not to break you or make you feel sad or bad. That is a spiritual nudge. Some things are in our control, some things are out of our control. So at that point, if you're that bothered and it's weighing on your heart, then that comes the point you're at the executive decision. It's a pivotal point. It's massive, and it's critical for you to make a decision. And you know where I'm going with this, Spirit is saying clearly then you may not want to, but it may be time for you to leave that job, that location, that company. You may have been there a lot of years and you're comfortable. It's not easy when you're in your comfort zone, but the comfort zone can also keep you trapped. And you can also miss out on blessings and favor and opportunity. So, not that you have to quit your job today, but if you're there and you're feeling like you're being looked over, it doesn't matter where you work, and you feel like, hey, I'm here, I got perfect attendance, I do my thing. Wait a minute, I keep applying, y'all looking over me. Well, you can't control them. You feel like you're not appreciated. And I'm also picking up you voiced your opinion about this. You've spoken to someone in management. So now you're feeling like you're ignored. And you're going to work, you're keeping your job because it's your livelihood. But you're really on the inside, you're ticked off. You swipe in, but you be ready to do something else. And you be just tapping your feet and looking at the clock from the time you get in until the time it's time to go home. It's time to look for a different place of employment when it gets like that. Don't forget that rejection is protection and redirection. What better way could your ancestors and the Most High assist you in giving you favor and answering your blessings and your manifestations than to deny you or direct you to what you've been asking for? If you want to be somewhere where you can grow and be respected, maybe it's not at that company. Yeah, Spirit knows you've been there 8 to 10 years, maybe 5 years. But what you've been praying for and what you are worthy of, what you are worthy of, worthiness, what you are worthy of is not at that company. So it doesn't matter about your age. You have to surrender that. It doesn't matter about your age. You have to surrender that and prepare to look for work elsewhere and put in your 2 weeks notice. Do it appropriately. Do it with class. Do it appropriately. You don't have to just, because you can't force people to respect you. You can't force them to honor you and look at you first. And you may have been in a situation where you're like, wait a minute, how they get the position and they call off all the time. I never call in. Well, maybe they know the person in authority. Maybe that's their cousin in them. Maybe that's Pookie and Ray Ray in them or Taquisha in them. Maybe they know them. Maybe they play Big Wiz on the weekend. I don't know. Spades, Tunk, Goldfish. I don't know. Maybe they partners, behind closed doors. Maybe they know, and that's where the download of marriage, the Spirit want me to talk about, and those things are out of our control. It's not fair, but it's out of your control. There are people who have been looked over their entire life. There are many stories. If I was to go live and say, "Come on, y'all, tap in and I want y'all to tell me some things that happened to y'all," I bet you we could go over 24 hours with people just clicking. Like, I remember this happened to me. Yes. But those things are out of our control. And if you're ready to be your own boss, go ahead and take them steps. Be working and building. Don't tell nobody what you build. Don't tell nobody a thing. Keep your job, but be building that business, establishing yourself, learning what you need to learn, doing the research, making the right connections, getting your money in order, having that emergency money, that emergency funding, put on lock. Just make those preparations and those steps that are needed and that are necessary, because it will happen in many areas. My auntie and them work over there, they gonna pull your app. Let's be real. Let's stop playing. It doesn't matter whether you're a lawyer, a doctor, a teacher, whether you work at McDonald's, KFC, whether you do housekeeping. Doesn't matter. Whether you're a barber, a nail tech, maybe you rent booths out. Maybe somebody else want to come and rent the booth. You told them no because your cousin, they cut hair and they come to get the booth, or your friend that you go. It happens. And then you end up renting in the booth, and then they don't pay their booth rent on time. Then you regret it and wish you would have went with the first guy to ask for the spot. But you didn't go with him, but you find out that first guy got good clientele and he bringing that money on in. It happens. Because stylists bring them clouts with them when they go to each shop. They bring the crowd with them, especially a good one. A good nail tech going to bring the crowd. They're going to bring it through their work, through their merit. Whew. Hang in there, collective. Hang in there. Spirit is saying, and your ancestors also, they're saying, we know how you feel. We see you. We see you. Because they gave me this download 3 times today. I was going to do a read, but not on this. And they like, what did we tell you? I'm like, okay. You know, what did we tell you? What else does the collective need to know about being looked over, keeping the faith at this time? Folks choosing folks who have no merit at all. You know, entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. Everybody not meant to be a boss, and that's okay. That's okay. But there's always something. I believe, I know that we are all born with more than one gift. And there's something that we all can do besides our regular job. You know, if you want to keep both, that's okay too. You can have something you do on the side and keep your job. And it, hey. And the only people would know is those who want to patronize the service. Other than that, mind your business. Straight up. Because you might want to get that overtime and you might want to do your hustle. People at work know your business and they get to hating on you. Oh, they so-and-so. They're over there. She got 10 clients that come in on a regular. Plus she getting that overtime. Oh, boy. Make sure you deny her. Yeah, people be spitting venom on folks. Hating. Folks be keying and making conversation with you to get in your business. They don't want to get to know you for real. They want to get to know what they can know about you. And then when they get mad at you, they're going to do what? What they going to bring up? What you told them? Everything you confided in them about? Tell them nothing, especially about your children. None of their business. There's nothing wrong with winning. You're fully worthy of the 10 of Cups. You're fully worthy. You're worthy. This is you at the bottom getting it all, letting it just trickle down to you. This is you letting it come to you, letting it flow to you. Spirit is saying, be wise. Be wise, but don't be fooled. Don't be fooled at all. Don't let anybody fool you and trick you out of your spot and make you think because they're looking over you that you don't qualify. No, they don't qualify. But unfortunately, somebody gave them a position, gave them a badge or an office, and they think they the ish. But don't let that disturb you. Just stay focused on you. Just keep building. Just keep creating. Just keep showing up. It's got to pay off. I don't care what you're doing, who it is. Momentum, it's got to pay off. You've got to have a reaction. Come on now. Come on. That's like opening up a lemonade stand. Somebody going to buy something eventually. You keep showing up, setting up them lemonades. Somebody going to stop like, you know what them taste like? I've been riding past here for so long, baby. Give me 2 of them. I'm going to take my friend a cup. Then word travels around. Just an example. Then word travels around. They got some good lemonade. You ever thirsty? Stop up there and support that lemonade stand. The Page of Cups is creativity. Tapping into your creative side. Tapping into your potential. Because you got that glow, collective. Never mind what anybody is saying. I hope you over that. You can look cute going to the bank. You can look cute while you traveling, planning your trips. You can look cute while you shopping. Who cares what somebody's saying about what you do? Who cares? I don't care if you're selling dinners out of your trunk. I'm serious. Or you got a pop-out grill in them styrofoam plates. Set it up. Get popping. Well, who cares what people think? Who cares? You be flicking your blue cheese all in their face. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I'm just saying, who cares? You have to not care. But I'm pretty sure I'm talking to people who are over that part of their lives. You have to throw that, flex that middle finger. You have to flex it on a regular, like it's on a Jenny Craig. Like this finger's on a diet. I keep having to flex it on you. Wait 1 minute, I got something for you. Oh Lord. Keep your passion and your courage. What are we talking about? This represents passion and courage. Keep your passion and your courage. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. And you ain't got to have with, oh yeah, I say this a lot, but let me say it because a lot of that gets people discouraged. You may need equipment, supplies. I think last time I bought up the clippers for a barber or something. I was like, oh, you may still got the clippers that plug in. Go ahead and use them. I got some that plug in and I use them. I sure do. Mm-hmm. And I got some that don't plug in. I mean, but the moral of the story is what is happening here is don't allow them things to stop you. Because in order to create the revenue to purchase the supplies, you have to get moving towards that. You have to take action, still advertise whatever it is you do. And a barber is just one skill, but I'm talking about any and all. Home improvement, I'm talking about everything. Anything that you do. But you have to create the work. You have to build the momentum. You have to get started. You have to advertise. You have to put your name out there. You have to let that energy generate and stay persistent, nonstop with it. If you need a break, a couple of days to yourself, go ahead and chill, but get back to it. Get back to it. There are so many ways to advertise. That is bananas. You got a plethora of ways to put your name out there. Doesn't matter what kind of work you do. So you're looking for supplies. You get a few customers, then you can, have the money to buy the tools or certain things that you want. Or you may run across someone who got what you want, but you end up getting it on a discount price, brand new, whatever it is, whether it's a camera, hair equipment, barber equipment, nail equipment, tools to do home improvement, whatever it is. Whatever it is. God is good. You got to tap into that Christ within. Tap into the goddess of the God within you. Spend time with you. Get away from that noise and that friction. You ain't got to yell at the kids and tell them to get away from you. That's for somebody. Don't yell at the babies. But when you find time for yourself, take that time. And go ahead and go into counsel with your spirit team and go ahead and have a conversation on what you desire. But put the work in. You spoke about it, now do the physical part. You can also write it down, speak about it, then do the physical. 3 is a powerful number. 3 represents growth and expression. You have to be taking action towards it. And then you're sending out the signal and magnetizing those supplies you're looking for. Whether it's a desk, a chair, a house, a car, a man, a woman, whatever it is. That's for somebody. Somebody looking for love. Just love yourself and you will magnetize that right person to you. Love yourself. Don't be hyper focused. Don't go lurking. Make yourself seen, be seen, but love yourself. Male or female, love on you. You be shocked at where your blessings come from. You never know where your gold lies. That's a saying that I always say, but I stand on it. You never know. You will be shocked and so amazed when you take a step. Spirit will take another step. Sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps. And you be like, dang, I ain't even know. I ain't even know. And Spirit say, no problem, just keep going. Keep going. I always had your back. Just keep going. It's not the people outside of you, it's you that need to believe in you. Do you think if you got people around you who gave up on themselves? Now, it's never too late because there are people who are in their 60s and 70s who are in school getting their PhD right now. There are stories I'm pretty sure you can look up and find people being successful, becoming doctors, lawyers, all kind of wonderful careers. And these are PhD graduates. But do you think someone who feels that they're too old or who have chosen to give up on themselves, let me word it right, that they're going to inspire you or motivate you, or if they see something that you can use for the job or skill or hobby you have, that they're going to let you know about it? Oh, it's time to do the math. Add and subtract. We're just going to do add and subtract, add and subtract, add and subtract. Division will be placed on you anyway, because as you move forward, everybody can't go with you when you're working on progress and success, but everybody don't want to go with you because folks ain't gonna like what they see. A person who loves chaos ain't gonna want to look at you putting your life in order. A person that likes chaos is not going to want to see you collective putting your life in order. That would anger them. That would stir up their demons. That would pee them off. And always keep in mind, no matter what kind of job or 9 to 5 you work, if you have a profession where you are not an entrepreneur and you're working for somebody, those people ain't your friends. None of them. They are your associates, and you socialize with them at work. Leave them at work and let home be home. Because truth be told, if anything go down, they're saving themselves. If any small conversations are had behind closed doors, they lifting themselves up, as they should. But those people aren't your friends. That's what somebody need to hear. You can't go to every job, thinking everybody you can go, we can go hang out the weekend. We can go have drinks. You can have friends, but pick them outside of work, please. You being a little too friendly and nice. Somebody else will come over there and have a mojito. Whatever that is. Is that a drink? It might be. Somebody likes mojitos. That must be a drink. And you like martinis. You like those special drinks. Okay, you be making drinks. Okay, you got a little bar crib. You be wanting people to come. You can find somebody else to do that. If those people at your job, they are not your friends. And I don't care how kind they are. You may be someone who like to cook for people, like to feed them. I'm picking up somebody like to make drinks. That must be a drink or something, mojito. Somebody like make martinis and all kind of nice little drinks. Get somebody else to do that with you. Because the people you're offering it to, they don't appreciate it. Most likely they're jealous of it. They envy it. They're going back talking about you. They drinking your drink, eating your food, going home, burping, saying, thank you, I had a good time, waking up the next morning. How was it? Girl, that food was whack. Girl, that macaroni was dry. They put raisins in the potato salad. She don't know how to cook chicken. He don't know how to barbecue, girl. What their house look like. Look. Somewhere else. Those are not your friends. They are your associates. That's where you make your livelihood. Go to work, come home. Hi, bye. Leave them people there. Somebody invite you somewhere. I don't care if it's management. Tell them you got something to do. Keep that separated and keep it just like that. You'll last longer. Keep your business to yourself. And don't be at work kicking it with them people like that. Girl, boy. Whew. If you want to be on your throne, if you want to be in the overflow of prosperity and abundance, this is what you desire. This is what you desire. This is what you desire. You have to have boundaries and rules that you're not going to waver from. And you don't have to be anxious. The boundaries and the rules I'm speaking of is nothing to worry about, be full of anxiety about. It's very simple. Swipe in, how y'all doing today? Swipe out, later, see you tomorrow, and that's it. You get an invite, oh, I got something to do. Period. Period. That's just like somebody calling you with toxic energy on the phone. You know what? I got something in the oven. Let me call you back. I got something in the oven. You have to have rules and boundaries, especially when you are building and creating, but not just in the building stage, in order to maintain what you have. Everybody cannot go with you and they don't want to go with you. I'm trying to tell you, it starts off as admiration, then admiration will turn into envy. You will see somebody head, maybe a relative, could be a lover, a husband, a wife, a best friend, a BFF, whomever. You will see their head do a 360 the more you progress. For real. You be like, what's wrong with them? You talking about progress and you being positive. They don't want to see that. You thought they wanted to see that because y'all go way back. It was cool back then when you wasn't doing nothing, but you might be someone who don't want to turn up no more. And that doesn't mean that you're judging them. You're just choosing not to do what you used to do. But people will take that as you're judging them. Oh, you stopped drinking? Why you stopped drinking? People will talk to you like that, collective. Oh, you stopped smoking? Why you stopped smoking? I would never ask nobody that. If someone tell you they got some sobriety, say congratulations and keep it moving. Keep it moving. But to ask somebody why, like it's something wrong with it, and if they ask that why, that's your indication right there. Beep, 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 beep. Potential hater. Beep, beep, beep. Potential hater. Because they should be happy for you. If you stop doing something or you made changes, don't matter what it is. It's for your highest good. And if they support you and they down for you, they should be happy for you. Not trying to sabotage you. Not trying to talk about you in your face or behind your back. But if they do, who cares? Any publicity is better than no publicity. Talk, talk, talk. Who cares? But folks don't like it. It will irritate them. And there have been stories of how situations get dangerous. A person will start off acting. They will act like they support you, like they cool, they happy for you. Oh, I see what you're doing. And then it turns into envy. Then the betrayal comes in. And be mindful of people who you don't deal with, especially people you ain't kicked it with in your whole life and they all of a sudden want to pop up and pop out. They will look for reasons to try to reconnect with you. I don't care what's going on. Pray for them from a distance. Family or not, pray for you from a distance. You don't need to come and attach yourself to nothing. Stay where you are. Back up, back up. Give me 50 feet. Look, y'all know the rest of the lyrics. Because I sure was singing. But if you are going to socialize, make sure that there's balance. But being overly concerned about friendship, you will learn that you have associates moving forward as you work towards progress, as you begin to have access to a different caliber of people. You will learn that you have associates, and it's okay to meet people, live your life. But you have to have boundaries and not allow people to waver you from them. If you say, you don't drink or smoke no more, you don't drink or smoke no more. You don't have to allow it around you. Not because you're tempted, you just don't do it and you don't care to be bothered with it. Maybe you don't want smoke in your hair or in your clothes or in your home or in your car. You know, if you say you don't like apple juice, you don't want nobody putting apple juice in your face. I love apple juice though. But anyway, it's just an example. You don't want nobody putting that in your face. I mean, sheesh. It's unfortunate. This energy comes up constantly, and I'm not the only reader. of these haters. And it don't be fake, it be real. It be haters out here. And the veil is extremely thin as we move forward. The world is on a whole new different level. The shift that is taking place, some can cope and some can't. And everything is clear. There's a massive dose of clarity being revealed and given to folks. And folks cannot deal and they cannot cope. It's a lot of unhappy folks, miserable folks. And you're leaving your home to have a productive day. You're leaving your home just you minding your business, maybe getting your kids ready for school, or maybe you're going to run some errands and you get to the bank, it's the bank teller tripping, or I don't know, you want to upgrade your phone. Maybe they acting crazy about at the phone company, or it could be anything. You shopping and you looking for something. It's the sales lady, and we ain't got no more. All we got is what's on the floor. And you reading like, I know she lying. If she don't take her lazy butt back there and get my size, I know she lying. You can just feel it. You can feel it, collective, when they lying to you. But it's not worth a confrontation. You don't need to go viral over arguing over the salesman not going in the back to get what you asked for. Because sometimes it be back there, they don't want to look for it, but it's near close and they got 2-3 hours. They feeling, I don't feel like going back there looking through nothing. I just had that big lunch. I had that corned beef egg roll. Tell them we ain't got nothing. No, ma'am, I'm sorry. All we got is what's on the floor. And they'll smile at you so nice, and you just be like, you lying son of a... It's people that are just unhappy. Spirit wants you to keep it in mind. And that may be one of them salesmen. I'm telling you, collective, he or she got their job off of merit. That could be the owner's daughter, son. You don't know. Their uncle might own the place. Or their mother may be dating the owner, or their father may be dating the owner. You never know. So they skimp. When in reality, if the owner was there, the owner be like, you better go back there and get that so we can make this sale. We didn't order all these clothes and shoes for nothing. Go back there and get what that customer want. But the owner is not there. They've hired somebody trusting that they will go and be a professional salesman and do their job. But they gave them that job because they approached them because there's someone that they know. I need a job. I can't find nothing. You think you got a spot for me, or you can give me a couple hours, you know what I'm saying, throughout the week? Yeah, I got you. And go and work for you, and behind your back, they really low-key sabotaging your business. This is a good example of people being placed in positions and not through merit. Meaning that person applied for that job. They didn't even apply for it. They just went and asked. They got in that position from knowing somebody. They're not interested in working with the public. They're just looking for a check. Okay, everybody looking for a check. But at the same time, what the customer wants is back there, but you're refusing to go get it. Now, when it's time to do inventory, and then management look at you like, you know what, I don't need as many people in the store, ain't enough money coming in, you're scratching your head. It might be when the customers come in and they ask for a certain size, you need to go back there and get that. That's for somebody. That's for somebody. I'm just saying, that's a good example. How when you're out there dealing in the world, collective, and you, because I know you can feel it. You probably don't know what it is, but when people are lying to you, But yeah, don't go viral over slapping a salesman. Don't do it. Just go somewhere else and shop. A wise person said, when you go through that, just go somewhere else. Patronize somewhere else. But that's the mistake of progressing in life and taking people with you or trying to help everybody. That's a mistake a person can make, because whoever hired that person and put him in that position, look, they helping you lose money. Because if the owner was there, like I said, they would be like, hey, go get that. Stop lying. I don't care. We about to close in 30 minutes. Go get that. You need anything else, ma'am or sir? Would you like a bottle of water? Meanwhile, we have the hangman out here. Spirit is saying, you have been enlightened. You know what needs to be done. You know who you are. You're fully equipped. You're fully capable and able. You're able to do this. You got this. You got this. You know the answers. You have the answers. But don't allow anyone to make you feel like you're not qualified just because they don't recognize it. Just because they don't recognize you don't mean you ain't qualified. Maybe they need to clean their glasses off or open their eyelids. Or maybe they just don't know no better. Or maybe it's not meant for them to see you. It's probably meant for you to go somewhere else, as I mentioned earlier. So don't let that get to you. Don't let it get you down. If you're not being respected where you are, be willing to relocate or move by any circumstances, that are necessary. But do it wisely. Don't, oh, I'm going to quit today. No, no, no. Keep your job. Keep your job. Don't tell nobody what you're doing. Keep your mouth shut on your plans. Keep your job. And just be looking for another one. And when you got the okay at the other one, then you don't even tell the coworkers. You go to HR, put in your 2 weeks notice. I'm just here to put in a 2 weeks notice. Then they can be like, oh, clutching their pearls. Really? With the little fake smile. You about to leave us? And then on the inside, you can be like, yeah, B, I'm about to leave. I'm just saying. You can just do it with kindness. Watch my words here. Do it with kindness, because I'll be having all kind of alphabets in my head. You can do it with kindness, like straight up. Mess around and get them a tower moment, turning in that 2 weeks notice. Be clever about it. Keep your business to yourself. Even when you get the interview and you hear you're hired, still don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. How you gonna do it? Okay, let me tell you how. I'm gonna give you a little bit. That's gonna be the day you call off the old job. Make up anything, go on to that first job. Go on and do what you gotta do, and then turn in that 2 weeks notice. Turn it in. Turn it in. Let them know you're gone. Let them know you're out of there, so they can clutch their pearls. And this tower moment and them clutching their pearls is everything they made you feel like. Every moment you were looked over, you felt disrespected and disregarded. You showed up every day on time, did the job to the fullest. Probably came in on your off days. You probably came in on some holidays. You put your turkey and dressing down to come in and help, and it was not honored or respected. They chose their cousin in them. And let them be shocked. And they're gonna be left with their mouths open like, wow, they collective putting in a 2 weeks notice. I can't believe they leaving. Wow, how did they do that? Magic. Magic. The Four of Cups. You were bored with their disrespect. You were sick and tired of being sick and tired. They were unappreciative. And you went within. They were unappreciative of what you were offering and what you were giving. And you went within and said, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to act like water and move on. I'm going to blow bubbles. I'm going to kick rocks on y'all. And do it with grace. People think they need to sound off and make a scene. No, 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 no. Never give them what they want. That's another good sauce, boss. Don't never get them what they want. Do it with grace, do it with class, and do it peacefully. Don't give them what they expect. Never. And as I said, it's magic. I can do magic. One resume is all it takes. Okay. One resume. Like magic. And so even if this isn't about a 9 to 5 that was, unappreciative of you and the beautiful work and your beautiful presence, male or female, that you offer, maybe this could be something that you want to build. Like I said, you could have a hustle or something you want to do. Okay? Maybe you want to sell things online. Maybe you want to have a resale shop online. That's very popular right now. Folks love thrifting. Folks love thrifting. Mm-hmm. And yes, you can do that online. Yes, you can ship it to people. See? Free game. See that? Just that easy. You probably can just look around your house like, you know what? I can sell this. We all have some stuff around us we don't want. You know what? I can get rid of that. Take a picture of it, post it on my website. Yeah, I can just take a picture and just post it. Wait a minute and see if they wanted it. Yeah. Make sure it's something you love. Because then when that momentum kick in, you don't want to be drained with the 10 of wands here. You don't want to be like, oh, there's so many clients coming in. Oh, I got to hire some help. Then you're going to have a crew. You're going to have a crew in your house. You're going to have a little factory. But that's success. That's what it looks like, baby. That's why you can't let nobody stop you. You can't. Yeah. Be the enigma. Continue being the example of what has not been seen. You don't have to be doing what everybody else is doing. You don't have to do it the way that they are doing it. Everybody don't. I must be hungry. I'm going to all these foods, but everybody don't. If they barbecue or they eating some barbecue, everybody don't make their sauce the same way. Some people make it. Some people buy a bottle, add stuff. Some people make homemade sauce. Everybody do theirs different. That is something that everybody do different. The sauce, because I say that's the sauce, boss. Be different. Don't ever think the creator is going to stop creating. You may be the enigma that was put in place, spiritually speaking, divinely so, to bring that new idea, that new example, that new thing, that new invention, that new way of doing things, that new way to communicate, that new way to inspire people, to motivate people. You may be that one. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. When they're roaming, you should be still. When they are still, you can roam. Now that's being safe. Marinate on that. When they roam, you should be still. When they are still, you can roam. Now that's a jewel. I usually don't give that out. I've given it out, I think, once. It's a good idea to not, confirmation, get into the habit of wanting to be what everybody else wants you to be. Because it may not be for you. That may work for them, but that don't mean it's going to work for you. And that don't mean it has to work for you either. You may be someone who wants to nursing, okay? That's a profession, that is very plentiful and very. Somebody really want to get into nursing real bad. Message. But that's another career that many love to pursue. But as you find out, everybody ain't meant to be a nurse. There's my judgment. Okay, there goes my backsliding right there. Everybody ain't meant to be one. What I'm saying is there are people who will follow things also because of what they hear about something, not knowing the what it takes to sustain themselves, whether you're LPN or RN. There are people who will take up trade skills and hobbies and follow careers or suits of other people because of what they're hearing, instead of doing the research and finding out, is this something I really want to do? Are you a people person? Can you stand in authority? Can you, accept constructive criticism? Do you have the endurance? Are you flexible? Or will you follow this profession because my cousin and them, they nurses, so I'm going to nursing school too. And then you get out there in the world and you're rude and nasty to everybody. Or you don't do the injections properly. Or you're rough. You're just rough. And everywhere you go, people complain. And it's not that you can't do your job. It's that you really don't want to be there. It's that you really took up this profession because you want to imitate and duplicate what somebody else chose to do. It's not that you can't do it. It's just, it's not written in the stars for you. It's not in your contract. It's not on your path. It's not meant for you to do. It's meant for you to do something else. But you chose it because you saw other people doing it. And your cousin and them may be successful. They may be very successful, whether they're LPN or RN or whatever. But maybe they are people persons. They like talking to the public. They like helping others. It doesn't bother them to deal with different personalities, different calibers of people. It doesn't bother them to be flexible. But when you're choosing to indulge or your intentions aren't pure, you could make a mistake and get into something and then find yourself full of friction and going to work unhappy, like I was just speaking about. The cashier, the salesperson being rude, being nasty. Then you run across that nurse that's just bold and rude and impatient. And this is every day. Not on a bad day. This is every day. And it's not that they can't do their job. They really don't want to be there. And you're dealing with saving someone's life. That's a special job. That's a gift and an honor. Even though the schooling could be, we know what it is. But that's a gift and an honor. Just grumpy, just angry, just mean, just grouchy. Mm-mm. Be careful. Folks be having energy attachments on them. I don't care what they badge say. They be having all kind of stuff going on with them spiritually. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Ooh, you ain't got you a pistol, get you a crystal. Be careful of getting into situations that make you feel like you are stuck. Be careful of your intentions so you don't feel like you're stuck, so you don't become one of those people, that get into entrepreneurship, but you find out, this ain't for me. I prefer a 9 to 5. That's okay, because everything ain't for everybody. Be honest with yourself moving forward, collective. Spirit is saying be honest with yourself, and nobody can tell you what you want but you. Only you know what makes you happy. Only you know what your goal is. Only you know where you want to see yourself in 3, 4, 5, 10 years. No one can tell you that. So just be honest. If you're offered something you don't like it or ain't no thank you. It doesn't mean that that's your last opportunity. That means that you're standing in your authenticity and you're being real and honest with yourself, which is very hard and difficult for a lot of people to do. It's difficult for people. Everybody can't do that. It's a challenge. And so we're closing out with the Empress. That Venusian energy, Taurus, Libra, or Librian. Nurturing, caring, abundant, spiritually connected. And what I love about the Empress here, and yes, the Empress has the wand. Every time I see any Empress card and I see a wand, it's on this side. In the Rider-Waite deck, the Empress is in a chair and has a wand, and she's reaching behind her, male or female. Remember, gender is fluid in tarot. Both genders exist in all humans. It's just that one gender sometimes leads before the other. Okay? All right, now let's move on. But when I see this wand here, I always feel, think, and must say, this wand represents all that you have endured and been through. The Empress is prosperous, abundant, very nurturing and caring, well respected and admired by others, not from being phony baloney, but just being who they are and being admired for who they have become and all they have endured. This wand is a representation that you mean business, meaning you may have upgraded your life. You may be in a different tax bracket. If not now, remain optimistic about your present as well as your future. But this wand is a reminder, don't push me because I haven't forgot where I come from, meaning I'm nobody's fool. I am nobody's fool. Do not think I am naive. Do not think I am green or gullible. I am the Empress because I've gotten to this status because I've earned my right of passage to be here. I've been there, I've done that, I've endured, but I am nobody's fool. And that's what this wand, just holding on to, the Empress holding this wand, like, look, this wand is here because this wand, this brought me through all the battles, all the moments where people thought that I was not worthy enough to be in the position. This is the wand that was there, when I thought the lights were going to get cut off, there was nothing else to eat. This was the wand that was there when people tried to steal my joy. This is the same wand that was there when maybe my spouse walked out on me or I was homeless. This is the same wand that has always been present and is still with me. Don't push me, okay? Don't push me. And I share that because I was told to share that, but I share that a lot whenever I hold that Empress. And depending on how deep the read go, and this reading was pretty deep here, be mindful. You are fully capable and able to move forward and obtain all your goals and dreams and wishes. And do not allow people to intimidate you or make you feel frustrated or like you are not able to navigate in life or you're not equipped. And don't you feel intimidated. Maybe you are someone, this is for somebody, they're telling me to bring this up and don't close out without it. Maybe you may feel intimidated. Maybe you're not computer savvy. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. There are a lot of us who are not computer savvy. Guess what you can do? Get you a laptop, a tablet, or a computer and start messing with it. That ain't nothing to be ashamed of. Get you a laptop or a computer and start messing with it and keep messing with it. That's how I learn. I got to mess with stuff. Like, seriously, I would take the instructions and put them to the side. I'm not going to throw them away. I'm nobody's fool. But I will put the instructions to the side and grab something out the box and just mess with it. Just mess with it. If you don't have one, get somebody's and just mess with it. Just mess with it. Get comfortable. Allow yourself to be comfortable. If you feel intimidated by something, you take control. Take your power back. Take your power back. Seriously. And just start messing with it. And day by day, the more you're going, you don't have to be intimidated by nothing. Take control. You know who you are. You better take control. And the more you mess with it, I'm telling you, getting comfortable where the buttons are, what button do what, and you can go slowly. You ain't got to learn everything overnight. I don't care who you are, what your age is. If you don't have one, the next time you're around somebody will want to say, can I see that? Just mess with it. Get comfortable with it. And the more you're comfortable with it, you're going to say, oh, this ain't nothing. I got this. Yeah. And when you click on something, the little boxes pop up, read it. Read it. Read what they're telling you to take your time and read it. Take your time and read it. Yeah. Yeah. Don't let nothing hold you back. Don't now I'm thinking of a music studio. Somebody do music and all the keys it can be intimidating. But I was told them keys do the same thing. Those who know what I'm talking about. Somebody do music, somebody write, sing, rap, somebody do music up in here. That's all up in here. Hey you. Well, write your music then. But don't be intimidated. By a bunch of buttons. They just buttons and shapes. Get to know them, get to learn them, Yeah, don't let nothing scare you away. You got this. You got this. So this concludes the read. I trust and hope that it assists you for your highest good. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm pretty sure you love the vibe. And don't forget to tell a family friend or to come on over and subscribe to the channel. And the reason I say that is because some of y'all got foes and O's hanging around you and you don't even know it. Later.